Is your name, city residence, and item number that you're talking on?
Echo Louisant, City of Worcester, and I'm here with all of these youth to discuss about the summer jobs that are on the agenda tonight. And I am the founder and executive director of 508 C.H.E.E.R.S. I am also one of the largest employers of youth through YouthWorks and the WCAC. And over the summer and through the spring, I was able to employ 41 youth, which was exceptional. And it was actually very disheartening this spring to get the news that I was only able to employ 5. And it was very hard news to break to those kids and those families. I had to do some magic workaround, dividing. I was offered 5 jobs at 15 hours each, and I had to divide that to give 12 youth about 6 or 7 hours each. And then I had to tell about 30 youth who were like, Miss Echo, you know, where's my job? And, you know, I said, well, I can give you 5 hours. And they said, well, Miss Echo, over the summer, you know, with the job that you gave me, I bought a car. I can't take that job. I have to pay for insurance. What am I supposed to do? And it was really hard, and it was really sad. So I'm here, and I'm here with all these youth to talk about the importance and the absolute necessity to step up and fund and add more funding for summer jobs for all of these youth, and they're here to tell you about it.
Thank you. Is your name?
Hi, my name is Hennessy Polo, and I'm here to discuss the critical need to increase funding for the youth jobs and funding for more youth programs in Worcester. I go to Doherty High, and I'm here with 508 C.H.E.E.R.S. Before I met Echo and found out about her mentorship program, 508 C.H.E.E.R.S, I was going in the wrong direction. I wasn't really doing good in school. I got kicked out of my public school to go to an alternative school. I was getting in trouble a lot in school and out of school and even at home. But a friend of mine introduced me to Echo and her mentorship program for the youth, and she told me I could even get paid through YouthWorks, so I decided to join. When I tell you this program changed my perspective on how I want to be represented in this world, I started to act better, and I went into high school with a different mindset than the one I had leaving middle school. 508 C.H.E.E.R.S changed my life for the better and made things easier on my parents. I wish there were more programs accessible to kids like me in Worcester. Her program has no funding and no building to call home. Why? It is really changing kids' life like mine. Not a lot of people cared about me because I wasn't a so-called good kid, but 508 C.H.E.E.R.S cared. Echo told me I could change our community and showed me how, and now I'm here. It's changing our community, and you live here, so you should care if the lives of our youth are getting better or worse. We should put aside more funding for programs for youth that are really making a difference, not just the big ones. I came back for a second season, and I even brought my cousin with me. It's a family thing now. I hope you see the deep necessity to increase funding for the summer jobs and youth programs like YouthWorks and 508 C.H.E.E.R.S that have not only changed my life, but have empowered me and others to see that we can change the city and the world, and I'm well on my way. Thank you.
Thank you. Is your name, city residence?
Good evening, good evening. My name is Christopher Lorenzo Morrison, and I'm a junior at Bancroft School, and I'm here to talk about the funding for the YouthWorks opportunity. Right now, too many young people in our community face barriers to opportunity, whether it's access to their first job, mentorship, or basic job training. The gap between potential and possibility is real, and that's where the YouthWorks opportunity steps in, turning summer months into stepping stones and first jobs into first chances. YouthWorks isn't just about paychecks, it's about purpose and experience. It provides real-world work experience, soft skill development, and confidence to teens and young adults, many of whom are navigating generational poverty. Systemic inequality or underfunded schools is a major issue that comes with the YouthWorks opportunity. Every hour a young person spends in a YouthWorks program is an hour spent building the future, because we are the future. Not just their own, but ours too. Data shows that youth employment programs reduce crime, increase graduation rates, and improve long-term earning potentials. We've seen students come through the program and go on to become nurses, city employees, entrepreneurs, citizens who give back to the community. This isn't charity, it's a strategy, it's a plan. That's why we're here today asking for your continued and increased support. Funding YouthWorks isn't a cost, it's an investment in public safety because we matter. Workforce readiness and community health is among the issues. Let's give our youth more than hopes and hashtags. Let's give them jobs, mentors, and a real shot at success in escaping this cycle. When we invest in YouthWorks, we invest in a safer, smarter, and stronger community. And that's what I'm here to build today, is a strong community. Thank you.
Thank you. What's your name and city of residence?
Hello, my name is Jalen Givens, and I'm here to discuss the need to increase funding for spring and summer youth jobs through YouthWorks and funding more youth programs in Worcester. I go to Doherty Memorial High School, and I'm with 508 I feel like it's very important to me, to the community, especially with the rising death and injuries among young youth and my friends. This is an issue that's very personal to me. I had a friend who lost her life in a car crash. I believe that if she had a positive job and a youth program to go to, she wouldn't have been out doing what she was doing. She went out with some people she probably shouldn't have been with, and they ended up leaving her in the car while they robbed a store. This resulted in a high-speed police chase where they crashed and she died. Having a safe and positive activities for teens is crucial to prevent such tragedies. Programs like YouthWork and 508 provide a safe environment, mentorship, and opportunities to make good choices, which can help prevent these kinds of incidents. It was a true tragedy and an awful loss. If she had access to a spring-summer job through YouthWorks where she can make money and a mentorship program like 508 she would have somewhere to go where she was happy to be. She would have had a place where she could be safe and have a mentor like we do at 508 Then she would have somebody she trusted and who helped her make better decisions like we have in our lives. Maybe she might still be alive today. There's a necessity in Worcester, especially for us teens, to have safe things to do after school and during the summer with our time so we didn't end up in places we're not supposed to be and doing things that can ultimately harm us or even cause us death. YouthWorks and 508 have provided those things for me and my friends in a positive manner. Not only are we making money, but we are also learning how to make a positive impact on our community, and we are making good choices. I hope you increase funding for summer and youth programs like 508 and YouthWorks that have a clear and direct positive impact in the city of Worcester. Thank you.
Thank you. What's your name, city of residence?
Hi, my name is C.H.E.E.R.S, and I'm here to discuss the need to increase funding for spring and summer youth jobs through YouthWorks and funding for more youth programs in Worcester. I go to Burnco High School, and I'm here with 508 Cheers. The reason funding for programs like this is important is because without 508 Cheers, I wouldn't have the courage to be up here for the second to share my story. The first time I was at the school community just 3 weeks ago, we needed more after school and childcare options available for youth in Worcester. Most parents do not have time or are unable to leave work to pick up their child from school, focusing them to have to make tough choices. I personally have a little sister that is 4 who attends pre-K at South High. My mother has to go out her way on a day-to-day basis to leave her job to travel back and forth midday through school traffic to what makes it very difficult for her not to come back to work on time, but to stay focused on her actual job. How is she expected to get her work done if she's constantly having to leave her job to provide for her children, which tempers because she can't afford transportation along with childcare or after-school programs. Overall, these should be more affordable, flexible after-school programs and support with transportation available for youth and families. We need funding for programs like 508 Cheers, which are invested in changing the lives of youth and are impacting our community and showing us how to make these changes in our community. Without YouthWorks, I wouldn't be able to be in 508 Cheers and be paid to learn how to advocate to change the community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alexi Rosa, and I am here to discuss the critical need to increase in funds for youth jobs and funding for youth programs in Worcester. This issue hits home for me because I used to be one of those kids who felt lost and out of place until I found 508 through YouthWorks. I go to South High, and I am here with 508 During my high school years, I often felt myself being alone and never really talking to anyone, and having nothing to do after school. But my life took a turn when I discovered an after-school program called 508 Echo took me in as if she knew me for years. She also told me my voice was important and my opinions mattered. I built close connections being in this program that I will cherish for a very long time. 508 focuses on topics about mental health and what we can personally do as youth for our community to have a better and more equitable future. This program has made me want to go and tell my story about how I feel because I do have a powerful voice that others want to hear. I just needed to take that first step, so that's why I'm here now. Echo told us about school committee and city council and how we can speak in front of you guys and advise and share our stories about what matters to us. I was very excited. I wanted to tell my story and show up for myself and for others in my community and for people who are scared to say something with their voice. I hope my story shows how a youth program can change a person's life for the better, so why would we not provide something like this as much support as humanly possible if I'm here as life proof that it is good for our youth in our community? I hope you really do take into consideration that youth work jobs have support many types of youth programs and very beneficial, and they need your support and help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kaylani Rodriguez, and I'm here with 508 I'm here today to talk about the critical need to increase funding and support for YouthWorks summer jobs and youth programs. Youth programs are more than just a place to go after school. They are a safe space, a place to learn and grow not only academically but personally. They can help kids grow into better people and give them the guidance they might not have in their everyday life. It keeps kids out the streets and gives them better things to do that would build them up instead of down. Not being able to go to a good after-school program doesn't only affect the child not going, but it also affects the family. It makes it harder for the parents to be able to go out and make the money they need to support their families. When parents don't have a safe and trusted place to send their kids while working, they seek other options like their teens, and teens shouldn't have to deal with the responsibility of taking care of their siblings every day and missing out on other opportunities. Not only that, but they start to miss out on their youth. I relate to this so much because after 6 hours of school, I come home to my siblings and I put aside everything else I have to do or could do for about 5 hours every day. If you think about that, it takes up basically the rest of my days. I have to make my siblings a priority and help support my parents when at the end of the day, I'm still just a kid. My life is being affected because there's a lack of places for my siblings to go. Even when my parents think they find somewhere, there's not transportation or it costs too much after already working the amount that they do. Our youth is the future. There should be more funding when it comes to youth programs. After joining Echo's program, my view started to change only for the better. I grew as a person and met the people I would soon call my community. I thank God every day for the opportunity I had joining this program, so I really feel like every kid should have the same opportunity too. But that can't happen without the funds to make it possible, which we are very much lacking. If you can make an impact on our youth for only the better, wouldn't you want to do it? Please increase funding for youth work jobs and youth programs like 508 as much as possible. We have work to do in this community. There is nothing for us out in the streets, and we'd rather be paid to be in the streets than cleaning them up and handing out food to the unsheltered if we're going to be in them. Thank you.
Thank you.